All right, let's go over this real quick. By now, I'm assuming you guys been watching my previous video that I posted, so you all caught up. But if not, I'm not that organized, but I will at least try to put the video in the corner for you so that we can click it and then watch the video that I'm referring to. But we talked about how we have our demand zone here and how we have impulsive movement to the upside. We had a lot of buying happening here, and when price came in here, I think we did a trade here, and I've already described what happened or what I looked at. I think how we took a trade without our proper setup and how we still became in profit or something like that. And then I believe I saw this happen. And then you should know if you watched the video to why I did this. But if you didn't, then again, I'm gonna post a video for you so you can watch. But then I can kind of skim through it again real quick. I can talk about it real quick. So it's somewhat like an inverse fair value gap that I have because we rejected off of here and we come in, and I'm seeing this on a higher time frame, by the way. This is the 4 hour. It's not really an inverse fair value gap. I would like to happen this here, but this is considered order block. So while simultaneously paying attention, I'm kind of using these as a two confluence almost. We have this order block here that we shot up. We have impulsive movement to the upside, and then this inverse fair value gap, being disrespected, right? I mean, this fair value gap being disrespected to the upside. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it. When you have a little bit of market experience, and I'm not saying I have market experience, but I'm saying when you have your own market experience, you come up with stuff, you tweak stuff, and you see things. And once you understand the concept, you kind of get, some things and you come up with them. So hope that makes sense. And because of that inverse fair value gap type thing we have here, as well as that order block, look at this. I mean, it's rejecting beautifully. Now, it can well come down and go through this and go down. Of course, that can happen. That's a possibility. But there was so many trades you could have won from here, especially now because it's accumulated here. I'm for sure would at least go to this high, at least back up again here and retest this supply zone. That's what my theory is. But let's go to the 1 hour. And most of the time you get this, even without news and stuff, sometimes you have this happening and it can come outside of the box. But obviously, you're just not entering just from the higher time frame. So let's go to the 5 minutes. So within the 5 minutes, while you're still in the box, this is what you can do. So this right here, the one in green, is London session, right? Not the best of price action, but look right here. This is 11:30. That's the other key time frame of a session. That's when London is already over right here. And you see how New York took it. It took that low of London, and then you would enter. But you can find, let's see. Most of the time you see you're not going to get them, right? Because you just, I think I'm right here. What was I? Right here. Obviously, it took it and then came back. You can use this fair value gap right here. And I know most of the time everybody's weirded out to what type of fair value gap you should use, but you know what I mean? Fair value gap is fair value gap. So you can definitely, with that confluences, with the higher time frame that I talked to you about, and then being when London is over, New York took that low, then you see this, then you can enter. This is off of the 1 minute, by the way. Like I say, most of the time I use a 5 minute, but if you don't see nothing, then you can use that. But for me, I know to enter right here. Once I see this rejection, it took it out, and then I see this, maybe even this right here, engulfing candles. And then when I see a little bit of retracement, then I would enter. But you can definitely, for safety, you can do the 1 minute, the fair value gap like I did here. Hope this is making sense. Usually I like to do quick videos, but I mean, I'm gonna run them through, but I'm gonna speed it up anyway, so that way you kind of, because I know your attention span is not all the way there either, like mine. But that's that, right? So let me delete this here. Let's go back to the 4 hour to zoom out. Look at this right here, your demand zone, your order block. And then we're coming off of that here, and then this right here being rejected, respected. Most of the time, again, when this happens, you can still find trade from here. But this is a good sign as well, especially when price accumulates in here. Again, because we're coming off of supply zone here too, and we're respecting that, and then we having fair value gap being respected, another fair value gap being created, there's a downside happening as well. But let's see here. We're not swing traders, so we should definitely be okay, because even here, look at Tokyo Open, swept the London, and then boom. Now, your target could be from here, just from where the price is at right now as well. Look, that's 118 pips, right? And then obviously, you can even give it, look, this is 44 pip stop loss. This is 1 or 2, which is more than enough, right? I mean, you can do here for this to be taken out, which will give you 1 to 3, but you don't need to. I always say 1 to 2 is always good. You can even minimize this is because the low is here and you probably get a good entry. When you get this down to pack, like you'll learn how to do a sniper entry. So let's do to the 1 minute to see if we can find a better entry. Again, boom, look, this is Tokyo, swept London and New York. This is New York PM session, by the way. And then boom, you get movement to the side, and then here you go. Fair value gap here. Of course, you can wait for it to be respected, and then it came back again. It got respected. You can definitely enter here, even if it comes here. You know what I'm saying? Because of being Tokyo, obviously, it's not just going to shoot up, but you have to have patience. But you can at least do this, and you can even enter like this, just to be safe. When price is giving you this rejection, and then it shows you another second rejection, obviously, you're not always going to know, let me wait for the third time. But once you see this rejection and then came back again, let's say you enter here, and then your stop loss could even be here. I always say give it a breathing room, and then boom, look at it. You're still gonna end up to what this at right here. Now you have 1 to 12, but you can give it a breathing room right here. You can have 1 to 6. There's so many ways of doing it, and this video is already long, and I just want to point out to have how we having now. Look at this. All these, we getting all these rejection, all these rejection, all these rejection. Now we're getting engulfing candles right here, right? So hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. If I make any mistake that you think that I made, then let me know. Everybody have their own way of seeing things, and but you need to get the bigger picture, so that way you can definitely find your way and tweak things and then master that thing, right? All right, hope you liked the video. If you did, please click that like button, and then subscribe as well, and then share this, and then I'll see you on the next one.